Hello friend, in this video we will learn about blocking queue and its implemented classes array blocking queue and linked blocking queue. So in first diagram you can see blocking queue and in a second diagram you can see hierarchy of blocking queue. So this is the blocking queue and it's shared by multiple thread. I can say thread 1 it putting the data inside the queue and from the same queue thread 2 taking data. And this is not a limit that only one thread can put the data in a queue or other thread will take the data from the queue. That is up to your requirement. Suppose in your requirement you want to put the data inside the blocking queue from the multiple thread, you can put it. And if you want to take data from the multiple thread, you can take it. So you need to share the queue or blocking queue with these threads. So simply queue working like first in, first out. So it's work on FIFO method. Second, you can see this is the hierarchy of a blocking queue. So it's introduced in JDK 1.5 and topmost interface is iterable and collection queue and blocking queue and its implemented classes array blocking queue or linked blocking queue. Blocking queue is the interface. Okay, and blocking queue types are two. First, unbounded blocking queue and a bounded blocking queue. So this is the unbounded blocking queue. So in unbounded blocking queue, the capacity of blocking queue will set to integer max value. In the case of unbounded blocking queue, the queue will never block because it's grow to a very large size. When you add the element, its size grow. So this nature of queue we can implement by using the linked blocking queue. And the second is the bounded queue. So in case of a bounded queue, you create a queue passing the capacity of the queues from the constructor. And this nature we can implement by a linked blocking queue and as well as array blocking queue. Okay. So yes, we can provided the initial capacity here 5 of the queue, and in case at a time you cannot add more than 5 objects inside the queue. So in this example, I had created the class array blocking queue example, and here I created the array blocking queue, and it's provided the type integer, and from the constructor I initialized the capacity of that queue 5. So that is the bounded queue, and here I just created the thread 1. This is the producer thread, and you can see I just running thread unlimited time as I passed true inside the while loop. Okay, and this is the queue object. You can see I just created the queue, and this queue object I had shared from this thread. Okay, thread 1, that is the producer thread, and from producer thread I am using the put method of a blocking queue and putting value continuously in the queue, and this is for a message, and we can see in last, and we are the printing the item. Okay, and this is the like thread class method sleep. So I've just I'm providing the sleep time duration for the this particular thread. Okay, and I started this thread. So producer thread started, and producer thread just putting data inside the blocking queue. You can see this. Okay, and second thread I created the consumer thread, and same way I provided the while with true, so it will like never died, okay, but will run continuously. And from this consumer thread we are taking data from the queue. You can see this is the example, right? Sorry, this is the object of a queue. From this we are sharing bit from both the thread, one thread just putting the data, another thread just getting the data by using the take method of a blocking queue, and this is just printing for your message. And in the same way I provided the sleep time 2 second for this thread, consumer thread, and I start it. If you want to create this example in the separate class, so you can create first the producer thread class, and another you create the consumer thread class, and from this class you can share the this queue, okay, object. I used in this class why? Because for a better understanding, and better understanding only is that this object we need to share from the multiple threads, which thread you are like assigning for this queue, okay. Now I'll run the class. Yes, it's started. So adding, pulling, pulled add things are going, okay. So one thread pushing the data in queue, another thread taking the data from the queue. And now I'll tell you bounded queue things. So here just I'll initialize, increase the time, sleep time of a consume method. This is the consume thread. So right now it's a 2, I'll increase it by 20. Okay. So this thread will run after the 1 millisecond, and this thread will run after the 20 millisecond. So what will happen? It thread can push inside queue 5 value, and after that it will wait for this thread, consume thread. Consumer thread will take the value, and then only this thread will put again. For that time it will be blocked. So in this example we can see easily. So I just right click on it and run this example. Okay. So here you can see in the output added 1 and pulled 1, then added 2, added 3, added 4, and added 5 and 6. So you can see this 5 value right now in a queue, but this thread cannot put more than 5 value. Why? Because I provided that millisecond time 20 for a consumer thread. Now it added, now it pulled a second, then it can be able to pull. Now it's pulled second, then it can add a 7, but it cannot be add 8. It should wait to pull the data because capacity of queue 5. So at a time 5 object we can stored inside the queue. So this is the nature of a bounded queue. Okay. So now we will see unbounded and bounded blocking queue example by using the linked blocking queue. So I'll use linked blocking queue, and in the same way I have to here. So this is the bounded blocking queue, because linked blocking queue provide the two nature, bounded and unbounded. So in bounded, again I provided the capacity 5 and consumer thread in the same way you can see here, and producer thread with the 20. Okay. Now I'll run this example, and here you can see you can add 6. Okay. But you cannot add more than 5 element, because this is 6. Why? Because one added and pulled. So then again it can able to add the sixth number, and you can see 2 is pulled, then again added the 7 numbers, means 5 item can stored at a time. Now what I'll do, I'll use the unbounded. Unbounded means you already know about the unbounded blocking queue. So unbounded blocking queue means you cannot limit size of the queue. So right now I did not provided the, you can see here the initial capacity of a queue. So this will become a unbounded blocking queue. So now I'll run it and you can see, okay. So here it's a putting, you can see still I provided the 20, and for this burn, you can see here it's continuously putting, right? There is no limit of initial capacity of a queue. It's growing by like size. If we are putting, adding anything, then it's growing. So here you can see, okay. So this is the unbounded blocking queue. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'll come with the other example of a blocking queue, priority blocking queue, synchronized blocking queue, and a linked blocking transfer queue. Thank you for watching it.